So we're recording.
So I cut out the fats and the muscle first.
They come like that when you get them from the distributor with all this
Oh
fat?
yeah, that's how they look like. I mean, they don't want to do the cutting part because they're not too sure what you want to show the students.
Right, yeah. It's funny that there's just so much fat around the eye. Like I wouldn't have expected that.
I wouldn't expect it to, but I think it's protection, right? You know, because eye can be very fragile by itself. So yeah, we're gonna cut a little bit more, so it'll be easier later.
But this is all just now connective tissue. It's not actually the eye yet.
No, not like, look at that. This all tissue.
But this looks familiar. This looks like the optic nerve.
Yes, this is what really so important to us. Okay, you can see the fat. This one is not too bad. This one is pretty easy to cut.
It's nice that it's got those flaps on it.
Yeah. So, it's, yeah, you just kind of go around like this, because, you know, it's circle, like. We could cut a little bit here, just in case. Okay, okay, now it's pretty clean. So we're gonna go to the, from here, gonna go about here.
And is this all sclera here, Ivy?
There's a score here, yeah.
That's the
So
sclera.
yes, over here.
Okay.
Yep.
And then this is the cornea.
This is the cornea. So you can see the shape cornea. And now we're gonna do the cut about here, okay? So, okay, I open it. You can see there's a water coming out. So I come a little closer. You can actually see the water. You can see the liquid. So, and we're gonna cut it.
So I was telling my students that like the eye has to be filled with something because otherwise it would be like
Dry.
Well, it would be like an empty, like a deflated beach ball. Like it would be flat.
Yes.
Right? And so literally it has to have something inside of it in order to hold the shape of the eye. And that is...
Well, in the classroom, we're supposed to put on the tray to do that, but it's a
course.
demonstration, so I kind of like show a little bit closer to you guys. And now I opened it just a little bit. You can see it.
Interesting. So there's a bunch of watery liquid, but this is the gelatinous substance on the inside of the eye that's called the vitreous humor.
Okay, now I'm gonna try to finish the cut here with scissors.
I told my students in class that the vitreous humor is very goobery.
It is very gooey. Okay, now you can see they kind of need to stick together. Okay, and now I go slowly to remove it. You can see this is gel. So I'm gonna try to put on my hand. I don't think I can hold it. You can see the liquid coming down from my hand. Okay, don't want to destroy the. Well, the retina is a little bit destroyed, but
Yeah. But like that vitreous humor is attaching right now to the retina, right? Like that's what that is the retina. And in fact, that's what the vitreous humor does is it holds the retina to the back of the eye and allows the retina to get nutrients from the back of the eye.
Okay, so we're gonna remove that and okay.
Oh, it's taking the retina with it.
Yeah, it came out like not like the other eyes. This guy, not sure.
Oh, that's
but
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, definitely is a little bit different.
Yeah, it's true.
than
That
the
didn't
other
happen
one.
with the other eye that we dissected.
Yes, because the other one like
It stays separate, but you can kind of still see. So this is the retina with all of the photoreceptors. And it's just this like thin layer that covers the entire back of the eye.
And if we try to remove it, it's really easy. The only part that attached to the back is right here. Okay, it's right here. You can see like, hey, it seems like there's something like attached together. So I have to actually using the clip to remove it. And at the same time, I want to show you guys these points, okay, if you look at here, this part is connected to the optic nerve here. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove it. And this part is where the blind spot is.
Right, because the information being collected from the retina needs to get out of the eye somehow, and so you have to have this exit, and at that point there can't be any photoreceptors.
Okay, now I can slowly move
No.
it.
Oh, before we move on, I actually wanted
Yes.
to tell you something interesting that my students asked about, and I looked up, and I just think is just very relevant here. So, the sclera is actually composed of protein that is irregularly oriented. It's just sort of all randomly oriented, which is why it's opaque. But it's the same protein that actually it composes the retina. But when it's at the retina, that protein aligns very in parallel to allow light to pass through it. Now, one of my students asked me last class if the vitreous humor was involved in cataracts. And the answer is yes.
Oh.
So the breakdown of vitreous humor causes less oxygen to make it into the cornea, and because of that, the cornea starts to, some of the proteins in the cornea start to conglomerate. So literally the reason why we have sclera is the reason why you get cataracts. It's because those proteins start to become misaligned, and so they create that opacity. So just thought that was a good point to share right now.
Okay, I'm gonna remove. Okay, so.
Can we actually look at this side?
Sure, yeah, okay, sure. Okay, we can go back here.
Yeah.
We want.
So this is still more of the vitreous humor there.
So I'm gonna remove you don't really need to actually, you can use your finger or using a clip if you want. If you want, you can use this too.
And this is the
lens.
The lens.
Yes. And now, okay, I should show you. I pass you the lens. You can come a little closer.
It's so interesting to look at a lens dissected. I swear, I was just saying to Ivy that this looks like it's been manufactured, right? Like, it feels really hard. I'm trying to squeeze it, and I can't really change its shape, but it's very hard.
They're all identical too, if you look at the other eye.
Yeah, that's from the other eye. And they're so similar. Like, they even have like this seam as if they have been part of a manufacturing process. And let me just actually grab the paper right now.
Okay, sure.
These lenses are maybe a little bit old, and I think that they've become opaque because they're old. But when you dissect out a lens, you can see how it actually magnifies like the text underneath. And like it's just like you can literally see the way that it's already changing and bending the light all by itself, which I just think is really cool and interesting.
Okay.
So this is the iris, right?
Mm-hmm. And then the pupil, and yes, we can, this is kind of tough layer too. They attach together to the cornea. So, I mean, I could use my finger to remove it, but I'm not using the faucet. Okay. Good.
So it's all like very well connected. And
okay. You can hear the noise from the phone, I guess, or the camera, but I can kind of hear the noise when I tear this out.
yeah.
Some little sounds. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
So that's the iris. And Ivy pointed this out. This is like, this almost feels like I can't tear it with my hands very easily. It feels very plasticky, like a car gasket or something.
It's a saran wrap, a lot top saran.
Yeah. It's very tough. And then also you can, it's interesting because you can actually see these striations that make up like the striated iris in the eye, but like seeing it up close, it's actually a physical structure.
Okay. And then if we go back to the cornea, you can see through the light.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, you know, and because we dissected this out, the aqueous humor that sits in front here it just came out, like leaked out while we were dissecting, but there is that's where that aqueous humor would sit.
And then now if we go back, do you want to go back to
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I'll show you guys the other layer.
So in a cow, this is a cow's eye. So in a cow, behind the retina is a structure called the tapetum.
Yeah, tapetum, yeah. Tapetum.
That is important for animals that have good night vision. So like the tapetum is going to reflect back through the retina, and that's what we're seeing here. That's this like iridescent part.
Yeah, very amazing color. And then,
but humans don't have it.
No, we don't have it. Otherwise, you can see the light. That could scare you. Okay. Okay, now we move this part slowly and show you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the layers. Okay. Yep, and
Let me grab this. I want to get the texture of
Texture.
it. Oh, it's
not as tough as the
no, it's like a very thin balloon.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like not at all nearly
No,
as
no,
tough
no,
as that.
Yep, no. Yeah, and then
Now we get a really good look at the optic nerve here in that exit where all of the ganglion cells carry out, the axons of the ganglion cells carry out their message. And then, yeah, like that's just where you see that heading towards the brain.
I think that's it for the
I
eyes.
think that's it, yeah. Thank you so much, Ivy.
You're welcome.
Hang on a sec, let me...
It's fun.
That is fun. I'm going to...
I kind of want to know how to preserve those eye lens.
Hi. Hi. Thank you. Thanks, Ivy.
Yeah.